rigid tension wrench, and with this lock it likes a little bit of tension, and all we'll do is we'll go in and pick the binders. So one is binding, we'll push him down just till he's slack. Number 2, binding, do the same with him, come back and check 1. 1 gives us a little click, so I'm going to leave him. And that's what I mean by feedback, for anyone who doesn't know. Feedback is just a noise or a click or a twist or something you see or feel from the lock. So 3, slack, 4 is binding. That's it. And I'll go on to 5, twist me pick into it, that's it, and it's open. So that, as you can see, I fully wasn't expecting that to be the last pin. To be fair, I thought he overset 4, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes these things fly open and sometimes they don't. But the lock itself is a lovely looking lock. I want to thank Gordon W Locksport. I will put his details in the description below, and his YouTube channel here. Thanks very much for the locks, mate. I think I've got one more out of all of the ones that you've given us, and that is the Chubb M3, which I've not had any time with yet, but the rest of them are pretty much done with. I just need to shoot a couple of videos. But yeah, I mean, I haven't got the key for this, or at least I don't think I have, or have I? Have I got the key for that? Because if I have, it'll make my life a lot easier. I've got them. Take a chance on me. That's it. Buzzing. Happy days. So what we'll do is then we'll gut this. Normally I've been speeding the video up because I don't think anyone wants to watch locks being gutted, and a couple of them I do fudge up, like, I'm not gonna lie. But this one we're gonna gut. Slow mo. If I mess up, I mess up, and if I don't, I don't. I shouldn't do it. Famous last words. So we're gonna take the tail piece off. This is the piece that would function the lock behind the door. This would twist and actuate whatever's behind it. That'll come off, hopefully. Spoke too soon earlier, didn't I? That's it. I think I've got a hollow. Oh, actually, Bobby Key sent us this. Is that too big for there? Here it is. Oh no, do you know what? It might work that. That's it. Put that to one side. So anyone who doesn't know how a key works, basically you've got all of these valleys cut. Each valley relates to one of the holes in the plug, and what happens is when you put the key in, it lifts each pin up. Once the key's fully in, lifts each pin up so that it rests on the same diameter as this plug, and what that allows it to do is push the driver pins, which is sitting up top in the chambers, up as well. So that means there's no resistance, there's no driver pins sticking through into the plug, preventing it from turning. So I'll do that close up. So as you can see, if you put the wrong key in, that would happen, which means these pins would go into the chambers above in the lock, which obviously means you couldn't spin it. But when you put the key fully in, it creates a flat line across, well, what we will call a shear line. So that means this diameter can turn freely, even though the springs and pins trying to push down, it can't, because the pins are pushing them back up. So that's how a lock opens. Sometimes I make these videos and it's kind of aimed at Locksporters who kind of know what they're talking about, but I sometimes forget just to explain myself just that little bit better. But yeah, that's how the key works. That's the bitting. Nothing too mad, if I can get it to focus. So we'll dump the key pins out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just see what's inside there. See if there's any countermilling, and there's not. So nothing really to show. Key pins look pretty standard from where I'm sitting. Just have a look at a couple. I'll do a slideshow at the end like I normally do, but I'll actually place the key and the related key pins across the top of the key so you can get a gist of what I mean. But usually the rounded portion of the key or a triangular portion of the key pin will point down and will interact with those values on the keys. So let's have a look at this. Return it that way. So yeah, cheers Bobby Keys for all of the followers and the pin and trays that you sent us. Anyone who's looking for pin and trays, 3D printed that is, give Bobby Keys a message. 1's a standard, 2 is standard. Sometimes you do get tapered pins. These all look pretty standard to me. Standard. Standard. And standard. All the same size driver pins. I'll dump the springs out as well. So I've got a spring there and a spring in all of them. Come on, you little bugger. Anyone who's looking to get into Locksport or looking for a bit of a clue what's going on with it, if you head over to Locksport Anonymous on Facebook, it's a private group, but it's full of really good pickers of all different stages in the kind of Locksport career, if you like. So there's a place for everybody. So I'll put the link in the description below. I'll put the little logo here. You would have seen it playing in the intro. But if you just go over there and just type in Locksport Anonymous, one of the admins will help you out. But if you've enjoyed the video, you found it helpful, please put it in the comments below what you found helpful, or if there's any questions about the lock or in lock picking in general. But yeah, please subscribe, please like, and do leave them comments because it does help the channel grow. So see you on the next one.